Hello, everybody. Welcome into Saturday night. Greg's not muted, or Greg's not off YouTube. And he's away from his chair. Go ahead and mute him when he comes back. I'll unmute him. Saturday, September 23rd, 2023. I am Ken Stout with the Zoom homies. Well, you guys know how that goes. We got William Dawson, Greg Guy, and Bobby Warren with us already over in Zoom. And hello, William.
Hello.
Greg is away, and Bobby is muted because he's got a conversation going on in the background with someone else, and we need to have that end before we're going to continue with Bobby. Say something. I don't think Zoom has audio. Okay, I'm saying something, and according to the mixer, I look good on YouTube.
Greg's back.
Yeah, I see that.
Greg's back.
Yeah, I see that.
Greg's back.
Yep, I can hear them. Hey, Greg, I'm going to ask you to unmute because you had YouTube running, so I muted you. Somehow the video got paused. Okay, yeah, that happens from time to time, actually. So, hello, Greg.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. Sitting here watching a football game. We're trying to, anyway. Kind of lost track of time. Gotten wrapped up in the game. It's Indiana, Akron. It's just a penalty fest right now. Thing that just saved Indiana was they had one penalty called on them, and Akron had two called against them. One of the first one against Akron offset the only penalty against Indiana, and then the second one they had to enforce, so that really hurt them. It's a horrible game. Horrible game. I think Indiana might actually win, but we will see. I'm going to ask Bobby to unmute. Hopefully he's done with this conversation. Georgia 28, Auburn 7. Yeah, Georgia should win pretty much for a while. I don't see them being tested at all. Not Auburn. Oh, UAB. Well, you put AUB. It says Georgia AUB, so okay. University of Alabama, Birmingham, I think, is UAB, if I remember right. I can't keep up with all those little schools. Oh, went and seen the grandkids today. I did talk to Brian. I actually logged in real quick from my phone, and I spoke with him briefly. We had some things we had to do, and we stopped in to see the kids, and that 2 hours went by really quick. Let me tell you, I am worn out. You would think, as much golfing and walking as I do, I would not be worn out chasing 2 4-year-olds and a 3-year-old around. Chris says he knows he's confused and doesn't know what he's doing. Seems to be the theme of the day, Chris. Seems to be the theme of the day. I don't know what happened on Doug's. I left. I know Jim left. I know Carrie had a stream. I got a couple messages on that. I will share a video afterwards because I don't think I can do it. Well, I might be able to figure out how to do it while I'm live. I don't know. Just me and the kids being ourselves. So, man, I'm worn
about
out.
3-hour stream.
Huh?
Doug had about 3 hours stream.
He went 3 hours today? Oh my gosh.
I left at 4 o'clock. I said, that's it.
But he still, after 3 hours, he didn't get it resolved, right?
Yes.
And it sounds like it's not resolved again, even though it sounded like it might have been temporarily resolved. I'm just wondering if it has anything to do with AT&T. Now, is he using AT&T's router, or did he buy a router?
He's using AT&T. It worked with his old laptop.
Caveat on that.
But the difference between his old laptop and the new one, his old one has a native Ethernet port.
Okay.
The new one, he has to use an adapter, and it's running Windows 11, not Windows 10.
Okay.
So between one of those two differences, there's enough that's not going to.
Yeah, I think maybe the question that comes to my mind is how long did it work on the old one? Did it work a minute? Did it work an hour? Did it work a week? Did it work at all? We don't know. I'm sure we'll find out next Saturday.
I think Doug's done with it.
Did he say that?
More or less.
Oh yeah, okay, good.
He said there's nothing else you can do because they're all configured. They're both configured the same and everything else.
Except for the Windows 10 and what you mentioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it works with Windows 10 machine, set up on 10 machine and leave it.
Yeah, I heard him mention they were going to roll it back to Windows 10. I don't think I would do that.
Not just use old machine to run that one thing.
Kerry's still actually. There's no way Kerry is still live, is he? Is he seriously still? Yeah, he's actually still live. He just put his glasses on. Oh my goodness! So he started at what, 4 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
So he's 5 hours into this. Now, according to this, it says he started 3 hours ago, but I'm pretty sure I saw the notification for 4 o'clock. He's got a Z690 Asus Plus Wi-Fi board. That sounds relatively familiar. That's what's sitting on the box anyway. That's about enough of that. We'll find something else here real quick. We'll catch up with chat. Chris Garrett was first. Tony Wallet was second. Chris was first to comment and first to like. John O'Boy Sr. was third, and I believe he was second to like. Josh Kinder said hello. Greg was fifth. He says no fair. He was watching Tour of Duty. And then Chris and I were having some chit-chat going back and forth. Rick Lakes joined us and says he's got some colitis issues going on. That's not good to hear. Hope you feel better later as well, Rick. He was putting down Asus, but he's got an Asus board, did he not? Was that? I'll have to go back and look. Maybe I looked at the wrong thing. I don't know. So Josh Kinder had a stream scheduled for 9/23/23, which is today, scheduled to go live 2 hours ago since we're on the same time zone. I wonder if he's aware of that. I wonder if he's aware that he has a stream scheduled and it's not running. I know how that goes though. Yeah, this is an Asus Tough Gaming Z690 Plus. That's what I'm looking at anyway. Yep, about enough of that for the second time around. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Rick. I hope you get to feeling better. I'm just wore out. I had some bad leg cramps this morning. I slept pretty good last night. We watched 3 more episodes of the multi-languaged program. I should have just stayed on here, truth be known. I slept good through the night, but man, this morning I woke up, had a left hamstring cramp and a right calf cramp at the same time. That just made it damn near impossible to stand up. I couldn't even hop, couldn't do anything. So I sat there and endured it for a minute, and finally the hamstring kind of eased up a little bit, so I was able to stand up. And then Mrs. K rubbed the Miracle Drug Vicks Vapo Rub on it. I don't personally think it does any good, but it makes her feel good, and she thinks that it does. So, hey, I get my legs rubbed for free, you know? He was putting them down because of the documentation and the driver DVD. Okay.
I think it's just the fact his legs get rubbed at it helps.
Well, I do too. I've got a doctor's appointment Tuesday. I'm going to bring it up, try to figure out what's going on. See if they, no pun intended, shed some light on the system or the symptoms or whatever. Greg, you get rain today? Oh, Greg.
What?
Yeah. Did you get rain today?
Yeah, I think it's still raining.
We were hot and humid here today. My son gave me 2 golf shirts and a pair of shoes. He said he never wears them, so I'm going to test those out Tuesday. One of them's long sleeve, one of them's short sleeve, so it won't be Tuesday on the long sleeve. The shoes are super nice Nikes. When we were discussing Costco, I actually like having a DVD driver. The files can be extracted to USB. Yeah. It's Chris, you like a lot of old stuff though. Anyway, so as long as it works, I guess is a.
Yeah.
I was working on some Da Vinci stuff while listening to Doug, and if I can get this to work out, I think you guys will like this little effect I'm trying to perfect. I got it, yeah, but I want to start up in my game from to, a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris says to each his own. Yeah, I mean, if you buy it and it works and you like it and you're not getting on the internet and there's no security issues whatsoever, then you're good to go. I've seen a couple posts on people buying gas today. Jeff said he's paid $90 to fill his truck up today, and I think Jose said he paid $80 to fill up his van. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. I paid $3.32 yesterday for gas here at Costco, which that's the only reason we're going to use it. I don't really foresee we're going to do a lot of shopping there. The gas though, yeah, we'll take advantage of that, especially if it's $3.78 on the corner over here. So what's that? 46 cents difference. That's almost $5 in savings. Now, if we were absolutely out of gas and not going to go any farther, I'd obviously have to get some up the street. But as long as I can make it over there, we're good to go. My mother's iPhone charger cord broke. The thingy broke off in the port. Uh-oh. Well, if it broke off in the port, how are you going to put your cord on the phone? Unless you can get a pair of needle nose pliers in there or something. And I don't know. So if that broke off inside there, man, that could be disastrous. Better him than me. Oh, the phone's 100% charged. That's good. That'll help me out when I go to share the one video I want to share later tonight. Kind of funny. Might get a couple YouTube shorts out of it, maybe Facebook shorts, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a pain when the plug breaks off inside.
Oh, okay. He said he did pull it out with pliers. All right. Yeah, that would be... My luck would be there wouldn't be enough there to grab it, and I'd really have to figure out how to get it out. Try some unique engineering techniques. I'm looking at my iCloud real quick. Now, let me see if I can figure out how to do this. I got a headache. She's not going. Oh, I pulled it out without. Oh no, without pliers. Okay, I misread. I'm still adjusting to this new way of having OBS set up with the scenes that Sam showed me. I like it. It's just going to take me a couple more days to really get used to it. So now that's interesting. You guys on Zoom should be seeing my background, but YouTube is seeing OBS. Okay then. let's go figure out what's going on with that. Uh-huh. It's not even beginning to think OBS might have some issues myself. All right, there we're all on the same sheet of music. Everybody can see my background, and YouTube can see Zoom is minimized because I'm sharing my screen. So I am going to show you some pictures from earlier today. Now, well, and again, maybe I'm not. Let's try it this way. So this is my son Jeremiah. This is his son Matthew. This uniform right here was when I played basketball for the 3rd Military Police Detachment while stationed in Korea. It was not mine, obviously. It was my son's, who at the time was about 2 years old. So he come carrying it out. He goes, "Well, you remember this?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, he was born in 85 and he still has it. And then he's passing along to his first son, and I'm sure he'll pass along to his second son as well." The funny thing was he put it on there, and Matthew was like, "I don't want to wear this," but we were like, "Okay, just wear it long enough so we can get some pictures." And we tried to get a few pictures, but he was not being very cooperative. Yeah, that's pretty cute. And then, not that I'm not a professional photographer or anything, but that's horrible. Long Dog says, not, well, OBS is a really sophisticated program. Should programming extremely complicated. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't think it's perfect at all. You set things and you go back and they change automatically. Man, I wish that wasn't blurry. That's a good picture. And then the girls wanted to try on the shoes. These are all stills, but they were trying to dance around in them and have a pretty good fun time in them. It was a good afternoon. Ha! Camera moved just enough to distort her face to make it look elongated. Pretty funny. All right, again, this is Yana Bell. I think the doggone thing's blurry again. And that's Valerie Sophia. She goes by Valka. She is going to be either a model or an actress. You bring a camera out, and I mean, right now she is right there getting her picture taken. And she can ham it up, let me tell you. This little blue thing right here, that's a remote controlled robot something. Pretty cool. I couldn't figure out how to make it go, and all 3 of them kids, they're like experts with it. You can see her hamming it up. Of course, somebody was in the background trying to tell her what to do. That's a good picture. I like that. Yeah, I've got a Canon T3 something, I think it is. I don't remember the exact model number, but I don't take it with me hardly anymore. I just use the cell phone. I can get some really good pictures with that. So let's go back over to here and stop sharing my screen there. And we are back. Taking a picture. It's a quirk that I live with, knowing the peculiarity a long time I haven't. Yeah. I just wish they'd make a camera that would take the same picture that we see with our naked eye, and I don't have one that does that yet. If they have it, I can't afford it, but I have not ever heard of one that can. Of course, if we had a trained professional here, might be able to pick his brain a little bit.
And trying to get a kid to stand still for a picture 2 seconds too.
Yeah, that's not happening. She took videos. I don't know how many videos she took. Let me see what the video scene says here. She took one 6-minute and 10-second video. Okay. I thought she took several videos. Don't worry, you can't afford it, not even a used one. Yeah, I have not heard of a camera company called Leica. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'll spell it. You guys know me in pronunciations of words. It's not a good thing at all. Leica. Leica? He's saying Lika. Okay. I would pronounce that Luca. There's a funny story behind that. There's a pizza place right up the road called Lucas Pizzas. For some reason, I thought it said Luigi's Pizzas. So I asked my son, I said, "You ever had any of that Luigi's Pizzas?" He goes, "Luigi's Pizza?" I said, "Yeah, it's good. We had it the other night." He goes, "Where's that at?" I described him. He goes, "You mean Luca?" I go, "No, yeah, Luigi." I don't pay attention to things. I told him, I said, "Go ahead and make fun of me now. One of these days, you're going to be up there in your 60s, and you're going to know exactly how it feels." The company makes some of the most expensive lenses, and they are so crystal clear and optically correct. It's about as close
Yes,
as you can
Ken.
get. Yeah, Bobby.
I was doing my call thing. I muted myself.
Okay, well, go ahead and mute yourself if you're doing your call thing.
I will join back with you guys after it's over.
Sounds good. Thank you, Bobby. Without buying a camera from NASA. Yeah, I can't afford to buy one from NASA either, and I don't think they're going to give me one out of the graciousness of their heart. Oh, and they make the lenses for NASA. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Go look at something real quick. I hope I can sleep well tonight, as worn out as I am. Ooh, Colorado got beat bad by Oregon. 42 to something was the last score I saw. Wasn't even close. Of course, Cincinnati was ahead 9-0. Now they're down 11-9. 42 to 6. Oregon got walloped.
Yep.
I'm just checking the IU score real quick, see how that's going. I was trying to find it on the NVIDIA Shield in there a while ago. I could find the Northwestern Minnesota game, but not the IU game. Yeah, I've noticed that, Long Dog. He's making mention of how crystal clear the pictures are from space. In fact, I make a joke about we can get crystal clear pictures from outer space, but yet we can't get a clear picture of the bank robber's face on the Earth. That's just amazes me. I don't follow that at all. But I guess it depends on the money they spend on their security system and everything else. Mrs. K's in there babbling about something. We priced beds today. That was part of our trip today. Either I haven't bought a bed in a long time or bed prices went extremely ridiculously high. You know the Sleep Number beds they advertise on TV?
Yeah.
Take a wild guess at what one of those cost.
1,500, 1,200.
That's just the mattress. That's just for the mattress. And then she said, without cracking a smile, and that's before discounts. What's the whole bed cost? Oh, upwards of $6,000 to $7,000. Like, okay, thanks. Can I get a card? We did go to Macy's to price the granddaughter's mattresses. The cheapest one they had, which is ridiculous, just for the mattress was $349. Crazy. I don't quite understand why mattresses are so expensive. I wouldn't mind having a Sleep Number bed, if it does what it says it does and all, but I'm not showing out that kind of music. I don't know if I told you guys or not. My electrical bill for this month is, anyone want to take a guess?
Around 80 some odd dollars.
Pardon?
Around 80 some odd dollars.
A little higher than that, but it's not over 100. So the new system is paying off, which Mrs. K and I were talking about that earlier today. And I was like, man, we should have done that literally last year, right after we moved in. 98 and some change.
Yeah.
The big test will come this winter, though. Seriously.
Yeah, the plant store we gotta get a new stove. I'm gonna get the measurements of the refrigerator and freezer out there. They're 20 years old. Just it, and look at scratch and dents.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can get lucky and find one of those scratch and dents that's got something where you can't see it and you get a good price on it, that's the way to go. My brother's done that quite a few times.
In reality, as far as it goes in the utility room out there, you can have a scratch on the front of it. You only see it when you go do the laundry and that.
Yeah. Yep.
The price is right, you can live with it. You can always buy appliance touch-up paint.
Yep. Go ahead and run. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Maybe it is. No, we don't have small mat. I don't know, Long Dog. I haven't researched mattresses here yet. I've got 2 weeks to get that done. Our bed is getting old. We figure we've had our bed now for 14 years. It's just getting worn out. If we can get by with just buying the springs and a mattress, that would be good. But we'll probably end up just getting a whole new bed. But it's not. If out of 100 things that need to be done and or bought, it's sitting at about 110 on the list.
Yeah.
For me. Now, for someone else, it's sitting at about 3. So
I've seen those ones that supposed to be able to carry upstairs and open the bag up and it spans out.
It'll be all right. I mean, as long as it's high enough on the ground that I can, stand up and everything, that'd be okay. I just can't. The low couches that we have and the low couches my son has, that's a pain in the neck to get off of. Here's something else we were talking about today. We're in the mall, and whatever their floors are, concrete with tile on them, I guess, and my legs were bothering me. And I told her, I said, isn't this funny? I can go walk a golf course, and my legs never bother me. I never get a cramp on the golf course. Never. Have not gotten one cramp. Today, my legs cramped practically the whole time we were in the mall. It makes no sense unless it's the surface. She said, I forget what she called it, but she didn't call it the surface. She called it something else, and I'm thinking, no, that's not it. It's got to be the texture of the floor or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then when I got off the concrete and got over on that carpeting. No different. Didn't feel any different at all.
It's still carpet over concrete.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We're at 29 minutes. By the time I say good night to everybody, it'll be a half hour. I did check some statistics earlier today. I was kind of bored, and the statistics are looking really good on this little half-hour experiment that I'm doing, but I got to do it a little bit longer. Chris Garrett was first, Tony Wallace second, John Loy Sr. was third, Josh Kinder was fourth, William was fifth. Great guy, you were actually sixth, but we'll go with fifth. Chris was there, Rick was there. I sure hope Rick gets to feeling better. Long Dog was there. I want to thank all you guys for being there. One Fish was there, just lurking in the background. See you next Friday night, John, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm trying to find the right button. I did mention Greg. Greg, you look worn out. You didn't do any work today, did you?
Yeah, I did. I finished stripping and waxing my floors.
Oh, that'll wear you out. All right, YouTube. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. As soon as I make sure